coming out for Temple University's rally for rowing. Can you guys all hear me if I just talk? Very good. Alright, so once again, thank you so much. Let's take a minute to give a huge thanks to our friends and family who have supported us since we started rowing in this program and continues to support us now. So thank you, all the friends and family that showed up, the babies that didn't even have a choice. I think in coming together and in coming into this, there's two major issues around this abrupt cancellation of Temple's program as well as the other 5 sports. The first is a lack of understanding for the culture of Temple rowing and the importance that rowing plays in Philadelphia, and how Temple rowing is part of Philadelphia's cultural fabric, part of our history, part of our tradition. Second, I think that there's the issue surrounding the fact that our APR president, they never were college athletes, and they don't understand that it's not about just having your scholarship continued to the end of your career or having the option to transfer and have immediate eligibility. It's about losing your family and losing your place. And for our sophomores and juniors, they're too embedded now academically to really look at transferring. The third piece is this idea of the student athlete. All 7 of the sports that were cut had top GPAs and continue to perform. We have the students that graduate on time. We have the students that go into graduate school, professional school. And so when you cancel those 7 sports, you're sending a clear message about what the student athlete is. Rowers, we perform on the water and in the classroom. And I think there's a lot to be said for that. And you lose that when you start investing more in teams that are only really minor league sports. Secondly, I think there's a real issue around transparency, and I think we've all felt that this was supposed to be a 7-month to 1-year-long process where a lot of analysis was taking place. At the same time, they were having meetings with our head coaches to plan for a boathouse that we had a committee for, that we fundraised most of for ourselves. At the same time, they were buying the women's team new boats. At the same time, they were securing a deal for Campbell's Field for the men's baseball team. So at what point were you going to bring us to the table to have this conversation? And were you so afraid of the momentum that we would gather around this that you couldn't be open with us? And so I went to a Board of Trustees meeting on Tuesday, and I saw how quickly they make unanimous decisions. It's efficiently run. It's by committee. And when the athletics committee comes up and says, we have a motion to XYZ, we watched it happen. They had, the housing committee proposed to paint a new building to not exceed $1.5 million. Seconded second. All in favor, aye. All opposed, nothing. It passes. Our decision, I believe, was made in about 20 seconds without real analysis from the entire Board of Trustees. And so we are not against Temple University here. We are for Temple rowing, the tradition, the culture, and we demand more transparency. We demand answers to our questions, and we want to come to the table with Temple Athletics. We're facing a new and unique financial problem with the funding of athletics and with the balance of the football conference and other sports. However, I think this is a great opportunity to come up with creative and innovative ideas for how to solve this problem. Temple had a landmark year in fundraising this year, and there's a strong alumni base here. So I think the conversation, it can't be over that quickly, and we are too smart and too invested in this program to allow that to happen. And now I'm going to turn it over to Kevin Gross.
Thank you.